Out of power! Oh wait, you probably have a plug-in mouse, don't you?
Yeah, I have a G402. Alright, I think I'm accidentally hit the sensitivity adjustment button on my mouse.
Oh.
Okay, so just basics. Yeah, just basics of like rollout. Soldier whips. Pretty self-explanatory. Most teams in Plat do like the exact same rollout. It's just demo sticky jumps to this shutter while in spawn, puts another sticky down, jumps like from here to this shutter, puts a sticky there, jumps through here, then like charges a sticky right now, and then I'll just like here and then one sticky here. Oh shit, that shutter closed on it, yeah. Normally someone else would be holding the shutter open behind you so it wouldn't close, and then just one sticky here, and then like you can charge a sticky and then walk out here, and you can either land it like right there and like catch people off bats, or you can get it on their shutter, or you could put it into their ramp or on their house if you want to like stop them from crossing. Probably best stick is like over here, so you could hit like whatever like flank member is dropping off bats, or if their demo, like the alternate rollout basically is the alternate rollout is just like sticky here, and then probably up here take the pack. Actually, you don't even need to jump there. You'd probably charge and then like go here, and so you could hit the demo with that if they like do that rollout. That rollout's fine for demo. It's just like if their sniper's known to go bats, then I wouldn't do it because then you just die.
Hello. Hi. I'm here now.
So usually the like heavy demo, everything should get whipped through shutter. Well, not the demo because he's rolling out, but like heavy medic pyro should just get whipped through shutter, and then like you should be playing point at the beginning. Like teams will just, oh, I'm not on soldier anymore. Oh, right. So teams will just like roll out under at the very beginning, which is just awful because you just gave the other team the point for free. So like never do that. If the other team decides they want to roll out under, it's really simple. Like just take control of the point, and then you can just have your engineer like build a gun right here, which is really annoying for people to deal with under, and it also stops flankers from getting on your bats. And then I keep thinking I'm on soldier, and then like your soldier, if they're all under the point, your soldier can just like get up here or something and then just like deny them from getting out, and just somebody up here can call like what side they're going, and then you can just, I'm just gonna go soldier. I keep like trying to rocket jump. It's gonna like bug me. Alright, so yeah, just have someone under like, or have someone like that can see what's going on under, just communicate like what side they're going, and then people like, can take like positions on that side to block them from getting out. Just like they're giving you free height advantage, so just abuse that as much as possible. And don't engage a heavy if he's just here getting tanked. It's a losing battle. So yeah, basically sniper, let's see, sniper you can roll out bats. If your engineer's rolling out bats and it's like gonna put a mini right here, then you can roll out bats, but if you're the only one that's gonna stay on bats, just don't go there because you're about to die instantly. The best place that I have like found is most snipers just walk out shutter, and then as the other med is like walking out of shutter, they'll go for like the one quick shot and just see if they can kill the meta right off the bat. That's what Yosh does. He just like walks out of shutter and just tries to kill your meta every single time. That's how we lost Asheville last season when I was ringing for DK in grand finals, because Yosh just like killed skis every single time. because like he would just walk out here and hit the shot. So if your sniper like has a good aim, you can just roll him out shutter and just kill somebody. And then if it doesn't go well, your sniper can just like retreat behind barrels and start getting a buff, and then just play the point like you would normally. As for medic, you pretty much want to walk out shutter, and then someone who is farther ahead than you should be communicating, like your scout or your soldier or whatever, because usually your soldier's gonna whip you out shutter and then either jump their bats or like jump into their lobby or into this house and like aiming to go to their lobby or whatever. And your scout probably is just gonna get a buff and then just like walk across this area. And someone who's doing that should call where the other team is at. So like if they're under, then you can, you know, play accordingly, and if they're gonna walk across point at you, if they're like playing point, you should probably just walk out here and then like get into sort of a protective area. Just make sure you either have like someone controlling this or a heavy like looking at that, because you don't want to just get bombed by a soldier. It's really easy to just roll out a soldier and then just like kill the medic. Well, if you don't hit that thing, but yeah, just roll out a soldier and just like kill the medic instantly. So if you're going to get into ramp after you walk out of shutter, your heavy should, you know, probably be behind barrels or up here or something, just like watching for jumpers and stuff like that. And then once you start like getting aggressive, your heavy can just walk across point. And when your heavy's getting aggressive, like somebody else should probably take height. Like either get a scout up here or something, or have your NG just like build a mini up there. I'd say the most annoying places to build minis are like up here as engineer, because they literally cannot jump or get across the roof if there's a mini sitting here. And then if they kill it, that's like advanced warning that they're about to jump, and then everyone can just look up and just kill them. And the other place that like Spamfest always put it was right here, which is just really annoying to deal with. For like no one can get through under or across this onto bats, and that lets your sniper play bats. But if your sniper is like playing ramp and just playing barrels, which is probably the best peak you can have, like playing barrels and then rotating the ramp and taking these shots and then like, you know, sniping on the bats, stuff like that, then your sniper can actually get buffed, which is really good. And at that point, you should probably just have the mini near the sniper and just like completely abandon bats. I don't think bats, like, your own flank should not be chasing people on the other team's bats. You either want to have control over it by having an engineer here, or you want to just like leave it and then just have people looking so that you don't get someone walking in behind that you're not aware of.
This is for your bats, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And like the way you counter a flank on bats is not by sending your own flank to go kill them. It's like going to their bats with your flank and then being a more effective nuisance, basically. If you send your flank back to like fight them on your own bats, you've already lost. Like you basically like they have accomplished what they wanted to accomplish.
What if your team wants to like roll out on bats? Like if you want to avoid the risk of taking shutter and having the sniper just take pot shots on your combo. Like if you wanted to run go bats and tank your sniper. Is there any way you would approach that for a mid-fight? Like, they would probably get the point first, but then maybe, like, build and then take the point back from them?
I mean, shutter rollout's not great, but, like, if your medic's getting pounded by their sniper on a rollout, you can... There's, like... You don't necessarily have to roll out up here to fix that, like... Your demo can walk out shutter first and then like start sticking, like get really aggressive and just push the sniper back, and then as the sniper is like eating damage and like falling back, your med can just take this real quick you know, route or whatever.
Yeah.
If you want, you can just, I guess, roll out here with your combo, and then like drop down here and play boxes. But at that point, that's where I see a lot of teams doing badly on the map, because they roll out down there to avoid sniper, and then at the same time, like, you're just trying to rock paper scissors them. Like, if their sniper's up here, then you might as well have just rolled out shutter and just taken the sniper peek. Like, you can't really necessarily know which one they're gonna do. Like, is the sniper gonna be up here? Okay, well then the bats rollout's bad, and if he goes out shutter, then the shutter rollout, you might get shot. But the shutter out is just better, because like if you roll out bats and you drop down here, then and their demo rolls out shutter, then their demo is just going to like own you off the point, because you're gonna have to walk through this choke to get to point anyway. And then your medic can't like cross into a better position on ramp, because no matter where the sniper is, he's gonna walk into a sight line, like walking across this whole area.
Yeah.
So I just don't think bats is a great rollout, to be honest. You could do it, but I think shutter is like probably objectively better, to be honest. And if your med dies immediately, just have your soldier go sack or something. And let's see, yeah, a lot of engineers also like to like build minis in shutter, and then kind of play in shutter with the sniper.
It's a lot of fun.
In that case, you just probably want to have some awareness of who's going on bats, just so that the people playing in shutter can like look and see what's going on. Let's see.
Real quick question. Last scrim, their flank took our bats and then were flanking us and killing us. But you said the counter's not to send our flank after them. How else do we counter that? Because that was wrecking us.
So what were you guys playing in ramp?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the only ways that they can get to you in ramp is like by walking through here. In which case, like, someone should see them through here, and then, you know, so it's a scout and a soldier at that point. So if you're seeing them, like, someone should be calling, okay, the scout or soldier or whatever is going to be, you know, in our ramp from behind in like 5 seconds, and then, you know, as they're walking up here, your demo and heavy can just turn around and like mulch them pretty much. So just being aware and like making sure that they're not allowed to get in during stalemates. Like during a push, obviously they're going to be able to get in and like do some damage, but just make sure that someone is actually looking, so that when they try to flank you, they have a heavy or a demo just staring at them. And just make sure that people are playing together in ramp and not like off on their own, because that's when people start dying. And also make sure people are not rolling out bats into the enemy flank. Like, make sure people are rolling out through lobby, and try not to, like, if you walk through here and you see like the soldier, if you're a sniper or whatever and you see a soldier like sitting here, obviously don't just start walking out here, because, you know, he's just gonna kill you. So like as you're rolling out on sniper or whatever and you see like, oh shit, there's a soldier there, just say like, you know, pyro, there's or like just come into lobby for a second so I can get through without getting killed by the soldier. And then you can just walk through with your pyro just like right here or something, and then you both just walk up into ramp. And then you're all in here, and if they decide to come chase you, then there's like 4 people just staring at them and they're just gonna die. Also, like, just make sure you're looking at your own bats sometimes, because like this is a big bomb that like a lot of soldiers do, is just kill your medic like that. So make sure that if someone's like looking here, they're all like a heavy or something, they're also looking over your own bats, so you don't just get, you know, meteor slammed by the soldier. Yeah, Asheville is pretty nice to forward hold. Like, there's so much shit in the way of getting to the point that there are not very many avenues they can go. Like, they can either go bats or they can go shutter or lobby. And if you want to forward hold them, you could probably like have your combo like in here, pretty much, just playing your sniper down these hallways. And then you can have your flank just controlling their bats. And then if they come main, then you can both sides can kind of wrap them. Like if they try to come garage, this is just what we call garage, the area like above shutter. We just started using that call yesterday. So if I could say garage, I just mean this area, like the area right above shutter. So yeah, and if you don't think you can fight, then it's really easy for your flank to just leave like back here and just kind of take this positioning, and then your combo can just like walk back on the point or into their own ramp or something. Sometimes a really nice hold is you can kind of have your flank like controlling their bats or whatever, just controlling the health pack and calling like who's coming where, you know, calling if the combo's coming ramp or something, and then your combo can just kind of play like sort of passive-ish in their ramp. You know, your demo can just kind of be here like spamming into ramp, and then your heavy could be head glitching here. Like this is what Carl does all the time, and he just always melts like 3 people doing this. It's really, really hard to deal with because it's almost a perfect head glitch. And then you don't get flanked from shutter doing that because of your flank members up here will have like a huge warning if anyone's coming shutter, because they should see them from forever away. So people will actually like, people in ramp should know if someone's flanking them, because the flank is either going to say, okay, well they're coming bats, we're leaving, or they're coming shutter, turn around. So it seems like a risky hold, but it's really not if you're actually communicating with each other. And there's no sniper risk at all because there's no peeks here that they can take without a huge warning. And then, you know, here there's no sight line unless you walk up here and you get point blanked. But you shouldn't really be doing that as demo. You just be like spamming this corner. And then if you get pushed by a scout or something, you just back up into your heavy. And the 450 heavy should just melt anything. That's a nice forward hold.
How does the head glitch thing work? Just because it looks weird?
Well, like,
bullets spawn from the head.
Yeah, bullets come out of the heavy's head. So like, they'll turn this corner and they'll just be like the heavy's just poking up from here, and just the bullets will be coming out of his face.
Okay, cool. I just didn't know what you meant exactly. Okay, thanks.
Yeah, it's really hard to deal with. Because like you're trying to shoot at this tiny little thing and he's just shooting at your whole body because you're just standing here.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so that's a Carl special right there. That peak. Server? Is that me or is that server?
The server, I think.
Alright, yeah, I don't know, there's not really, it's just, you really need to be communicating, you know? And like, just make sure, so, let's say the other team is being smart about it, and you can't just get in for free as flank on bats. Like, you're playing their bats, you're controlling the health pack, you're making sure that their sniper can't push up onto bats, but you can't really get in because their team is playing smart, and if you try to get in the lobby, they turn around and they stop you from getting in. Basically, what you do with that now is you just use your positioning on bats to have height add and a flank if they push on the point. So you basically just, if you don't have the point and you have control of their bats, you can just kind of use your height add to like help your combo bully them out. So your combo will come from here and you'll come from like here, and basically just bully them out with you know, numbers and height add and stuff like that. And if you have the point, then you're just here just kind of controlling this area and like limiting their snipers' sight lines, and then you'll be able to inform your combo exactly where they're coming. So like you'll be able to give your demo advanced knowledge, and you can just start sticky spamming, you know, wherever they're going to come. And then once they like extend out and they're kind of strung out, like trying to cap the point, then you can go in and start like fragging. You don't need to be always doing something. Like once a lot of flanks just get on their other team's bats and then they feed into the other combo and nothing's happening, so it's kind of useless. Instead of just like using the control to actually work with your combo and be like, oh, you know, the other team's coming out ramp, so let's have our demo and heavy like push up and start controlling like their ramp, and then we'll go behind and like now we'll start fighting like while they're getting pinched by our demo and heavy and stuff like that. You should be using your combo to get better flanks on them, because your combo is like playing. You have to remember when you're on their bats, things that seem really obvious, like your combo is playing completely blind to that. They don't see anything until someone walks out of these 2 doors. And if you don't have someone on bats, then your spy should be like thinking that this is their job now, that they have to be the one to communicate these things.
Do you ever not run InvisiWatch?
Yeah, I run mostly Dead Ringer on this.
Oh.
Usually I just dead ring like under here, and then I just start hitting people with headshots from under here, and I get people to chase me, and I just don't really die until a push happens. Then I come out of their ramp or their shutter and like try to kill people during the chaos.
What knife do you use? I'm actually curious.
Spy circle.
Thought so.
You don't run
Bicycle
in
dead
Gizla on the
ringer.
first run?
Sometimes I do. If their sniper stays in shutter on rollout, I usually run in Viz and I just go straight for him. If he walks out and like gets in ramp or something, then I'll just dead ring across and then like, you know, if the mid fight on Ashville is not always, it doesn't always just occur instantaneously. A lot of it is like the 2 teams are like feeling out what opportunities they have, and then it starts getting crazy like 15 seconds into the mid fight. So you have time like to feign across as Dead Ringer and then get another feign and then like be waiting in their shutter or something, so that when things start getting really chaotic, you just like walk out. I don't really like risking myself dying in the initial like early phases of the mid fight, going for a pick that I may or may not get when I like can almost ensure that I'm going to be alive for the important part of the mid fight. I pretty much only run like I always run gun heavy, so I almost always run either like Ambassador in Viz Spycycle or Ambassador Dead Ringer Spycycle. And then if my scout really is playing with me a lot, I'll just run like Revolver and just play with my scout and soldier a lot. If I'm playing by myself, if we don't have control of their bats, I'll usually play under their bats a lot with the Ambassador. If we do have control of their bats, I'll usually just kind of chill in like shutter in their bats area with Revolver. I'll help my team hold bats, and then if my flank is flanking from bats or from ramp, I'll come out shutter, or wherever they're coming out, come out a different way. Any like class specific questions?
Dispenser spot?
Usually right here is pretty good. It also lets you put a mini up there.
Yeah, you can actually jump and put a mini up there, sort of where
Yeah.
that rocket hit, but
You can put one like up here too.
yeah.
They're really annoying.
Where's
Oh,
the
yeah, I
Telly
have a question.
spot?
Telly, usually a lot of teams like to put it in garage, like right here. If the engineer is controlling bats, then it's good here. If not, it's usually fine, like, I don't know, I think, here's a good spot. Put a Telly
You
right
can
there.
put it there.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
super annoying.
That's
It's like
unfair.
a real pain in the ass to sap, too.
Yeah.
And then when yeah, when you get out of it, you just, like, you know, do that. Yeah.
I'd definitely say we do that spot.
if the other team's forward holding, where should sniper be playing?
If the other team's forward holding, you can just kind of like
Peek
start
down.
peeking this, and just start like forcing them back by your presence, pretty much.
Okay.
Just take like the longest angle you can, and just make their like combo classes uncomfortable about staying in that area. You just want to like play your sight lines to make people back up, so that they're playing blind, and then your combo can actually get in without like getting destroyed by spam.
Are there any like common sticky traps around point? I know that I've seen them like in the bushes next to the boxes, but
not that I can think of. Sometimes I've seen demos put them in this like pipe area when they're forward holding and then leave. But yeah. I actually have to scrim right now, so I hope that was enough. I gotta go scrim.
Alright. Thanks, man.
Yeah, thanks a lot, dude.
Yeah, no problem.